Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Knitique in Elk Grove, California, and KnitiqueYarns.com coming to you live on Super Saturday. It is Saturday,
Yay.
right? I didn't lose my mind. I'm like, you're here. That means it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is the video? I like to be able to see you guys commenting. There we are. As you may have noticed by a little bit of the background, Karen has falled up the joints.
Tried. Okay,
There's
look.
some folly things going on. I'm just going to call this one Wednesday now. And Karen gave me permission because it's decorated for Halloween. I can go back to calling it Creepy Baby. I mean, she's got a skeleton baby. She's creepy.
Oh, yeah.
The window's all Halloweenified. There's a little sparkly critter thing in the window, names not to be mentioned because they creep some people out. But if you want to look at the window, it has Halloweeny things in it. Good morning, everyone. All right, so we have a grand prize to talk about, a daily prize to give away, and some awesome items to talk about today. So we shall get started. Feel like that's a good layout. I can even show all three patterns. There. All right, so for the grand prize, we have one cone of the fabulous Watercolor Sock in this beautiful soft rainbow palette. It is color 102. There are 458 yards per cone, easily enough for a lot of one skein wonders out there. We paired it, though, with one skein of Alexandra's Black Butte in the undyed colorway because it is gorgeous. It comes out this beautiful warm silver because the yak is actually a dark brown. It is 65% superwash merino, 15% yak, 20% silk, and it is 438 yards per skein. So between the two yarns, you have almost 1,000 yards to play with. Both of these yarns we do have available. We have the Black Butte in the silver, and we have the Watercolor Sock in 6 colors, I believe.
Come in and see. We're going live.
They're all listed. Then we have 3 patterns that you can choose from to knit out of these. We have Montagne Arc En Ciel, which is one of our convertible wrap patterns with this really pretty slip stitch detail at the ends. Then we have Vinho Verde, which is this really fun stripe sequence, originally done with a mohair for one of your colors so that it has this beautiful sheer and opaque look. So the watercolor sock would take the place of the mohair in that one. And then we have our pattern Evening Glow, which is a beautiful Fibonacci stripe sequence poncho that can be done with any 2 colors of fingering or sport weight yarn. We originally used Merino Cloud.
Danielle's texting us about random things. She forgot that it's.
I'm getting
Video time.
She's getting dings. I'm getting little, my watch just kind of goes on my wrist. I'm like, my watch has a seizure every time I get a text message.
Danielle's on European time, so she's.
Sorry for the weird noises in the background, you guys.
Okay, good. Now she's watching.
Boss Lady's checking in. Good morning, Boss Lady. Wait, you're like afternoon, Boss Lady?
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is there. But so this one has 2 different collar options you can do, either an I-cord edging or a little kind of triangular mini, it's like a little cowboy cowl kind of look to the edging. So you've got all 3 patterns that you can choose from for the grand prize. The 2 gorgeous yarns, and then we have one of our class supply tins, which inside that fabulous package. Oh, good evening, Boss Lady.
Yes.
It's 6:04 p.m. I'm not really good with the math between here and there. It's not a number that sticks in my head.
Well, and it's divisible by 12, not 10.
Yeah. So inside the class supply tin, we have the folding scissors. There are some of the rainbow locking stitch markers. There are some of our iridescent rainbow ring markers in both, can't get them spread out, the small and large sizes. Small, I believe, fits up to a US 7 needle and large up to a US 13. And these are stamped out rings, so they are not going to have any sharp edges that can snag your yarn. Then there's also a tape measure in that beautiful sheepy Knitique design, and the ever elusive, always lost in the couch tapestry needle.
All in a fancy box.
Yep, so that you can keep everything together and maybe manage not to lose it. I mean, if you're me, you can lose the entire tin because somehow you set it somewhere really, really, really safe.
And safe from you.
Yep. I'm very good at putting my stuff away to where it's safe from me. Like when Danielle and I both got a little bit obsessed with that show Home Edit. Oh, geez. I should not have cleaned my house and organized it because then I didn't know where everything was. Oh, yeah, see, Danielle did it too. She left everything at home somewhere safe. Well, at least that means you didn't lose it in Europe somewhere.
This also includes one of our fancy pens that when you push the button, it lights up the Knitique section there, and then when you twist it, the pen comes out. So these are very cool, but it has a little protective cap right now so that you don't accidentally run out the battery.
Yep, we don't want to waste your battery. And underneath that cap is also a stylus, so that button that clicks the light is also a stylus, so all of your touchscreen devices, you can use that with it instead of getting fingerprints all over it. Danielle said she needs to rewatch Home Edit. I don't, because then I'll never find anything again. It took months to figure out where I put everything. Being organized doesn't work well for my brain, apparently. Everything just went poof, gone. Don't know where it is.
Okay, numbers and all that made me think of a cute story about my mom. She, when she was learning her numbers, they told her to count to 20, and she was like, And then she said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, King, Queen. Or Jack, Queen, King. And they're like, oh, yeah.
Like, well, she wasn't wrong. It was 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
Just not.
It was Jack, Queen, King. Apparently they played a lot of cards back then.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, Wendy, you like this kitty cat sweater back here? This is one of Casapinka's sweater patterns that is Mellow Kitty. Like mellow with no W, and then kitty spelled normal.
Yes, cats and dogs do get along.
There's some irony to that cauldron because where is it?
Which one? Oh, the cauldron?
Where is she seeing your cauldron? Am I blind?
No, she said the doggy.
No, she said your cauldron.
I love the displays. The cauldron is amazing.
I thought it was in the window or in the scrunchies.
That's okay. It's in scrunchies.
I'm like, how do you see that it's behind Danielle? Karen, whoever.
Okay.
Okay. Reboot the brain. Start over.
Oh, it looks like it's behind you.
Maybe she means your flaming.
Oh, that one? The flaming cauldron, yes.
Yes.
That's one of the lightweight bags.
That's one of our lightweight knitting bags, but I'm so confused, Danielle. I think you broke my brain. What's happening right now? Oh, she said yes, that one. Yeah. Okay, because I'm like, how can you see the cauldron? It's literally not on camera. Yeah. Like, what? I'm like, is there a secret camera in here somewhere? Somebody hide one of those pen cameras, the little tiny clicky ones? Oh, dear. Okay, I think my brain reset. I think I can think again. We'll see. Whew. All right, this beautiful giveaway for the daily drawing is our pattern Cherry Drop, which is a really fun pattern of stockinette stitch, garter ridges, and then double wrap rows to create these fun elongated stitches. Then that is paired with these two beautiful skeins, a fingering weight and then kind of like a fuzzy sport decay weight. You could pick either one for either part, but I would probably do the drop stitch sections in this because it would be easier to have them unravel like you want them to. So I would do where you see the darker blue with this one and where you see the sparkly with this pretty variegated fuzzy one.
That would be cute.
But you have enough to do any of the 3 sizes on this pattern because it doesn't really use a lot of yarn. And how you get entered into this fabulous daily prize is by interacting with the video. So we'll swing this around, see if it's in a cooperative mood today.
The whole infinity thing.
So if you react to the video, then you get 1 entry per reaction. Okay, I just barely overdid it. Jeez. If you comment on the video, then you'll get 5 entries per comment. And if you share the video, well, almost cooperative. Let's see if we can get the other one to go. There we go. Share the video, then come back and comment shared to and where. And you'll get 11 entries per share. All right, and then once you put all those entries in, they will go into the next day's video. So today's winner is going to be determined off of yesterday's video interactions. So let's see who's winning today's prize. Oh, that's somebody new. I don't recognize that last name.
Deborah and
Antonio.
Antonio. Well, Deborah, if you are local, then just come on by the shop and let us know you have a prize. We'll pull it out of the cabinet for you. If you are not local, then just next time you make a purchase, just let us know that you have a prize, and we'll include it in the packaging for you and get it sent out. We do have Halloween bracelets, roll-on bracelets. They're fun. And as you saw at the beginning, we do have Halloween gummies, which I'm a sucker for gummies.
we can tell. We have spiders and pumpkins and black kitties.
I was thinking.
And we still, I'm just going to show it again because maybe they're on. We still don't know who left their cute little water bottle here with their little, like, Saturn lollipop sticker. But if you were here for the Noro event and are missing a water bottle, it's right here.
Okay.
It's not gone forever. You just have to come back for it. I don't know whose that is. But it's a really nice one. It's one of those where you can unscrew the top part so that you can actually fit ice cubes in the bottle. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to put a time clock on it, and then somebody's getting a new water bottle. Kidding. We'll hang on to it forever, pretty much. All right. So I think it's time to talk about what we're featuring today. I just have to grab a quick link for you guys. Ooh, you should show them your cauldron of the other, the one that I thought she was talking about before.
This is the other cauldron. It's a little tiny cauldron. It has our scrunchies in there.
Guess who doesn't like scrunchies?
Really cute. Yes. We also have glow-in-the-dark socks. I'm not sure who needs those, but I do.
I mean, who doesn't need glow-in-the-dark socks?
We have the light up pumpkin. But there's our other little cauldron.
That is because we haven't even talked about those yet. That is your guys' little preview of all of the Halloween-y things. I love the light-up necklaces. They're so fun. I've had them at Christmas before, and the idea of having them like on your kids trick-or-treating is awesome because then, you know, they're running around in the dark. At least now they blink.
Might not be as dark because time doesn't change until the 5th.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, of November?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know.
I can't keep up. Can they just get rid of that now, please?
You say it twice a year, every year.
I know. And they keep putting it to a vote, and we all vote yes, get rid of it. No, and then it goes to the next level and disappears into they don't care.
Yeah. Better things to think about.
I guess there are more important things than whether or not the time changes. All right, guess what? We got in Marie Greene's new book. Yeah, Danielle, they basically, like, we voted to get rid of it, and then it went to whoever's after that, and then they went,
Yeah.
we don't care. It's not important. And they basically ignored it. So, no, I think we're changing times forever, and we just have to accept that.
So we'll talk about
the joy of yarn instead, because yarn is happiness. And Marie Greene is awesome. So this beautiful book is full of all the ways that you can make your stash work for you. Oh, really? Oh, Sharon Peterson said her name is in the acknowledgments because she did a test knit. Where's the acknowledgments page?
Probably at the back.
Page 141. We're going to find it so that you can be famous on our page too, Sharon.
We'll have you come in and sign the books.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. Like, we're having a book signing. Ah, right there. Okay. Right here. Sharon Peterson.
Awesome. You're in print.
It's official. Now it's on video, so now you're like, now it's totally confirmed because it's on the internet. Now it's true.
Yep. We'll have a book signing.
I think that would be so fun. I love Marie Greene's personality. Her dedication says, for my husband, Scott, who has patiently hauled my ridiculously large stash from one house to another many times during the 30 years together and has never once suggested I have too much yarn. Ooh, how do we train people to think that way? Because most spouses are like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, when I moved to Sacramento, my now ex was like, you have too much yarn. I'm like, no, I don't. No such thing. So it's an 8-step program to making your stash amazing. I won't show every page because of copyright, but we'll show kind of the highlights. So she does this section on assessing your fiber real estate. And I love this first part of the reasons we keep our yarn hanging around. It's perfectly good yarn. It wasn't cheap. It holds sentimental value. And we might need it someday.
Mm-hmm.
So, perfectly good reasons. I love her pictures are like, nobody's stash is ever going to look like that for more than 5 minutes. I'm just saying. This is what my stash looks like. No, actually, mine's in Ziploc bags, but it's a little chaotic, more like this. But she has all this stuff about reinventing your stash, finding all the places that you've hid your yarn. Then step 2 is the real organizing. So she has your 3 C's of content, categories, and containers.
Ooh.
So I love that she kind of goes into like what it's for, where you're going to put it, what kind of containers are you going to put it in. And she has all these steps in every section. So she has, this is the next couple pages are what I think is really cool. Let me find the right spot. Here we go. So she'll have like sorting by weight, and then she'll have the advantages and then the potential disadvantages. So you can kind of go through and weigh the pros and cons of which method organizes the stash best for you. I've always organized by weight, but there's plenty of other ways to do it, by color, by what kind of projects it's for. What yarn it is? Yeah, I may have a bin specifically of art yarns and a bin specifically of Alexandra's. So, there's that situation going on also. But all these beautiful bright pictures. She talks about the kind of places you can store them in totes, on bookshelves, dressers, and drawers. This is cute.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I was thinking that it was another pattern book.
There are some patterns in the back, so I appreciate that too. So then she's got taking inventory, so actually like knowing what's in your stash. What weight of yarn is it? How much yardage do you have? So she shows like a little spreadsheet in the book of some of her yarns. So you could do like a spreadsheet in Excel or numbers, depending on what kind of computer you have. She talks about your UFOs, your needles. Like she really kind of covers all the bases. And then this kind of important one, deciding what stays and what goes. So, you know, every once in a while it is good to go through your stash and cull the things that you no longer love. Because there's going to be something in there that you bought 6 years ago because you were going to knit somebody a baby blanket. And then you're like, well, that baby is 6 now. And I'm not going to knit them a blanket. And I don't even like that yarn. So then you can donate it. Like around here, we donate to the Elk Grove Senior Center. We give it to the Elk Grove Lions Club. Lots of places to find good homes for no longer in love with yarn. Then she has Shopping Smart, which Shopping Smart is buy it if you love it. Like, we don't need a section on that. Notice that section was really short.
But if you want to read about it, you can.
Yeah, like you can, but you don't really need to. You can just skip that section. Then we have creating your personal yarn shop at home, so making it easy to go through and find what you need for your project, or find out that you don't have what you need for your project so that you can call Knitique. I like a lot of times I find stuff in my stash and then I need like another color to go with it. So I feel good because I get to buy new yarn and I get to use up something out of my stash. So it's a win-win. And then keeping things tidy and safe over time. That and safe part is very important because critters like to eat your yarn. Bugs are a thing. Then we have step 8, knitting with your stash, plus 10 stash busting patterns. So this is where we get into the like really fun part. Oh, bye, boss lady.
Bye.
This is the good part. We're going to look at patterns. Ooh, we're going to play with the color wheel. That's like, I love playing with color. You guys know. Well, especially Lisa posted that video about the crayons, and she's not wrong. And now that I know that about the crayons, I'm like, oh, how did Crayola fail us like that? All right, so we got color theory socks that you can see she did 3 different colors in this kind of fun stripe pattern that 2 of the colors are 1 row each and the other is 3 rows. Not only would these kind of projects be good for leftovers, they'd also be good for mini skeins. Ooh, she shows how to do the heel. This beautiful scrappy color theory cowl. So if you're not a sock person, but you like that stripe technique, you can just do a cowl instead. There's a color theory shawl. So if you're not a cowl or a sock person, you can do a shawl instead. I love this beautiful picot bind off on that one. Then we have the Making Leftovers Look Intentional section. So we have the Block Party beanie with this cute little slip stitch section. And she's even got color charts for just like 2 colors or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. So you can really use up leftovers. This one's fingering weight, so you could use it with the Smooshy mini skeins and put together 5 really fun colors. There's a block party pullover for kids. That one is, let's see, instruction sizes. I'm looking for yarn info. Here we go. Sport weight. Ooh, merino cloud. Or Cosette. And then there's a block party pullover for grown-ups. Sorry. Ding! At least it's, you know, delicate. That one is fingering weight. You could still use merino cloud. Merino cloud's a chameleon. It will do fingering weight just fine. So beautiful round yoke slip stitch pattern. I love her patterns because she does a full range of sizes too. Like this one is 9 sizes from a 33 to a 65. Then this cute little one skein beanie for that skein of yarn that you bought because it was so pretty or so soft, and now you're like, what do I do with it? It's just here, but I can't let it go. That one's DK weight or light worsted, so you could use Cosette, maybe some Rios, something like that you have hanging around, or you happen to know a fabulous yarn boutique who could sell you some. You know, we got you covered. Doubling your strands so that you can increase your options. So if you're like, okay, well, this yarn's beautiful, but it's fingering weight, and I really want to knit this DK weight mitten pattern, you can double strand to get more options. So she gives you this really cool chart. Lace plus lace and size rating. So that would be like a 2, which is a sport weight. Then lace plus fingering is more of a 3, so that's a DK weight. This is kind of between DK and worsted. Lace and worsted is kind of a bulky. Fingering plus fingering, you'd knit at more of like a worsted gauge. Like she gives you this really cool breakdown.
Same as that.
Yep.
Not same as that, but this
Yeah,
shows
and
you
this
what
tells
the
you,
numbers mean.
so if you're like, what's a 4? Well, a 4 is worsted weight. A 5 is Aran weight. Like, she breaks it all down for you. So you can figure out what you can put together to do things like these cute marled stripe mittens. Then we have the mini mohair cowl, where she did mini skeins or leftovers with one color of mohair.
That's a good idea.
Like, that's a really fun way to do it, because then it makes it look more blended and less like it was a scrap buster, because the mohair is going to kind of obscure some of the other colors a little bit. Then we have the double strand slouchy cap. It says option 1, so I'm betting there's about to be another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and option 2. Different yarn weights, I believe, so different numbers. I love her little sketches that they even have like a little pom-pom. And then, of course, the acknowledgments that we already talked about, and a little bit about Marie Greene. And an index so you can find the topics that you're looking for quickly. Because if you're like me, you do things like buy this book and shove it on your bookshelf and never look at it until you're like, oh, you know, that thing about stash, I should probably read that book, but I don't have time. You can look at the index and find just the info you need and not worry about reading the entire book. So that is Marie Greene's fabulous new book, and you can get your copy today. Yay. All right, then, because no video would be of top reset brain. No video would be complete with talking about stash, about talking about adding to your stash with a beautiful new pop-up club colorway from Dream in Color. I was looking to see if we'd messed with a skein already or not. It doesn't look like it. Okay, because you know I have to unfurl one.
We did have one, but
I think we must have wound it for someone. Because I don't see a less beautiful skein.
there's green, a lot of green in it, but the camera's giving it a much more green overall. And it doesn't.
That's why I
really
like
look
to
that.
take it out, because you can definitely see then beyond these beautiful kind of spring lime greens, there's a big section of rust, there's some neon pink, some speckles of teal, there's this taupe section, this dark charcoal section. This section right here reminds me of charcoal prismatic. It's like there's a little splash of charcoal prismatic in there. But it's really kind of an autumn palette. This is the September 2023 colorway called Venice in Autumn. I'll show you guys. It is a fingering weight, 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, and 10% nylon. One skein is 400 yards, so there are lots of one skein wonder level projects out there, of course.
Show them the other colors in the basket to see how
this one,
all the different colors that it, each one is kind of different.
Yeah, like we'll just lay out a bunch of them so you guys can kind of see. Like this one looks like a little less pinks. This one looks like it has more of the rusty pumpkin oranges. So with this yarn,
beautiful colors.
There is some variety to it. So you're going to want to, if you're doing a project with multiple skeins, you're going to want to do one of the various techniques for alternating between skeins. I'm a little bit lazy about that, so I tend to do when the ball gets about this big around situation, then I start striping in the next skein. Some people do it the whole time, which is the most blended option you can do, especially if you alternate between 3 skeins. You basically knit one row or round, switch, one, switch, one, switch. And you're always grabbing the one that's farthest away from the needle so that you're constantly blending all 3 of them. And then if you do it that way, you'll never notice that the skeins were different.
Yeah. And with this being so crazy, you may not notice it anyway. This is really pretty in here, these colors in here.
All right, let's see, because Susan definitely found us some cute projects. A new one, well, is it new? Oh, it is new. I was like, is it new or is it just one I haven't seen yet from Hinterm Stein, which I love her patterns. The construction is fabulous. They fit really well because of the way she constructs them, and they're so well written. This is
very classy.
Fine Rip Knit 5, but it's this V-neck pullover with this cute garter stitch pattern on the shoulders. But look at this little, it's like she blended it out so that it's not just a stark line between the garter and the stockinette. There's a blend between the two. I'm sure there's shaping right here.
Yeah.
So the shaping is hidden in that little texture detail on the shoulders. Garter stitch at the cuffs. It's got this wider garter stitch hem. You can change that length if you prefer only 2 inches. Then you just do more of the stockinette, less of the garter. It kind of looks like I need a side picture because it kind of looks like, oh yeah, it's a split hem. So that's nice. Look, it's got a cute little split V on the cuff too, like a little placket. The garter stitch around the neckline. This looks like one of her necklines. This is another thing I love about her. The neckline is done as you're knitting the sweater, so you don't have to go back and pick this up later and put ribbing on. It's done already. And I love it. It looks like it has a little twist right here in the middle, so it gives it this nice little overlap in the front. There's a pink one, a blue one. She really has some of the best constructed sweater patterns.
That fit everyone.
Yeah, and so from size 33 to 63, and let's see, 3 to 6 skeins. We're just gonna favorite that one.
Yeah.
I love her patterns. This salty air tea is super cute. Little kind of vine lace stitch pattern in the yoke, and then stockinette everywhere else with some ribbing at the bottom. You can tell there's some short rows to raise the back neck because you've got wider stockinette in the back here than you do in the front here. It just makes your sweater fit a lot better to do that. And you can tell hers is a little cropped, but of course you can always make it longer. I always say, like, if you need a size 2 and you want it longer, get the yardage for a size 4. Like, go 2 up. It will give you plenty of yardage safety net for lengthening. And this one is 2 to 4 skeins. Then we have the Rocket Tee by Tanis Lavallee, where you would want to potentially pair this yarn with another colorway to do the striping. Or if you just like the silhouette, you can just do it all one color and not worry about the striping.
I did one of these and it's in the window.
Oh yeah, and you used a self-striping on yours.
Yeah,
so.
With some leftovers because I didn't have enough, so I just added in solids.
Yeah, so
you can't tell.
You can really, on this one, do a different stripe sequence if you want. Do it all one color. Do it like they did, where they did a fingering and a mohair. Like, just use the silhouette on this one, because this is a great top-down raglan V-neck that is really perfect for pretty much any fingering to sport weight yarn. It's sizes 32 to 68 and is only going to take 2 to 4 skeins. Then we have this Apau. Beautiful lace shawl with some beads. I'm like, Susan, you're not back there casting on for this, are you? Can totally see Susan knitting this one. Beautiful leaf lace design. Ooh, look at this little, like, twisted stitch, feathery looking detail. And then this really pretty garter stitch and stripe. So what I would do with this one, the pop-up club color goes here, and you do a solid that goes with it up here. Like Tex-Mex would be really pretty with this one. Torchwood, prickly pear, black pearl. There's lots of great options with this one. Oh, this one's cute. The Gerbera baby sweater. Cute little flowers. And that one has a newborn to a 4-year-old and takes 1 to 2 skeins. Really, pretty much just 2, because you're going to need a contrast color and a mane. So you can probably get away with 1 and 1 no matter what. All right, let's see if she's found any other beauties for us. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, this is another one. I can see this being cast on probably by you today. Mm-hmm. This knit chat cowl. Just simple, perfect for a variegated or a self-striping, where it's really all about how beautiful the yarn is and you just want to knit it, but you don't want to knit. You've got a little bit of eyelets, some increases in the middle. It looks like there's like a slip stitch pattern or something going on in here to give it just a little texture.
Mm-hmm. What about that? That one's got the variegated, yeah.
So just something that has just enough fun going on to pair nicely with a beautiful yarn that it's all about the yarn. And that one's one skein.
Mm-hmm. Yes, with that one or whatever.
Favorites.
Thank you.
Then we have this. Oh, this is a good one. Star Shower Cowl. This one is one of those that can kind of be pulled over your shoulder like a capelet. You can see it joins in the back right here. Like, this one starts out like you're knitting a shawl, and then you join it and continue making it into a cowl. But it just drapes really nicely because of the way it's constructed like a crescent shawl. With this beautiful, well, okay, fine, I won't zoom in on the stitch pattern. It's one of those beautiful, like, pass the stitch over kind of stitch patterns that gives it this beautiful textured, almost lattice work stitch pattern. All right, one more. Sharing Creativity, another one skein wonder. It's just garter stitch.
Nice and easy. Let the yarn speak for itself.
In the round up here, back and forth down here with, it looks like maybe like a little detail on the edge. It looks like maybe that is an I-cord edging.
Which is easy.
Yeah, it's just slip stitches. Nothing crazy. So you can see it really works with anything because it's just garter stitch. So a perfect just because I think the yarn is beautiful project. And that's therapy knitting.
Look at that.
So that is the gorgeousness. That is the Dream in Color Pop-Up Club September 2023 Venice in Autumn.
I like it too because it goes with every color. Like you can wear a black shirt with it. You can wear a beige shirt with it. You can wear an actual colored shirt, pink or green or even red. I like that. Because you know me, I'm very matchy-matchy. So, and again, this is the September Venice in Autumn, September 2023 in Smooshy Cashmere.
And just because, you know, she totally gave me an opening to run and grab contrast colors. Cinnamon Girl. I mean, here, if I just like lay it right in the middle, you can see it's a little lighter than this, which is okay because then it doesn't blend if you're doing something where the colors overlap. You could do Rochambeau to bring out those beautiful dark charcoal browns. You want a little more subtle Joshua Tree. You want a cool tone that a little pop with really nicely. Gray Tabby. I mean, I could have grabbed more because Liberation Light would go with it. I mean, some of the teals would go with it because of the teals and turquoises. Like, there are so many good colors that would go with this yarn. So I totally could have gone crazy, but I was like, 4. 4 is good. Don't overwhelm people. If you want more choices, you know how to get a hold of us. You can text, well, you can't text us. If you have my number, you can text me, but not all of you do. You can call us, you can email us, you can come in, and we'll help you put colors together with this gorgeousness. But I would claim this now because this one is one of their limited editions. The pop-up clubs are all a dyed once and then never again kind of thing. So make sure you grab this one, and then we'll help you pair something else with it. And Susan is continuing to link more patterns, but I cannot do the video all day long because I can't. I'll run out of the ability to talk at some point. It's happened, what, twice on video today already? So clearly it's time for Anna to stop talking. So we will move on to the what are we wearing segment of our video. So I am wearing a crochet shawl pattern. This is Burn Twice. It is a crescent shawl with this beautiful lace detail on the edge. This is done out of DK weight yarn. So if you were following like Marie Greene's suggestion and you love the pop-up club and wish you could do this shawl in it, double strand it.
There you go.
Because that would be fun. This was, I believe, it would be the equivalent of taking like 2 skeins of Cosette if you were to do Cosette. All right, then I will take the camera to show what Karen is wearing.
I forgot what it's called. Find a penny. Find a penny.
I was going to say leave a penny.
That works too. This is also a one skein pop-up club color that I bought at one time.
Yeah, don't ask what month it is.
Yeah.
We don't remember.
I don't remember. And then I just, like usual, added a little bit of beaded silken sequins at the end. It's just a fun, easy pattern.
Little eyelets, some garter ridges. I love the shaping that it's like there's an increase here.
That's
and
what I
over
was going to
here.
say. I like that too because it
And then, of course, at the edges.
makes it a little different.
It drapes around your shoulders nicer that way.
Yes.
And then Susan.
This is Leannan Cowl. It's spelled a little bit weird.
It's Celtic.
I'll put the link back there when I get back there because I couldn't remember how to spell it, so I needed my tag.
Those who
Here, wait,
watch... Oh, yeah, take a screenshot and then you can use another device later to scan it. But those who watch Outlander know what Leannan
Oh, yes, that's
comes from.
Okay. Well, anyway, show them the cowl.
Oh, what's the fun in that? We
I
just
know,
want to
right?
show them the tag.
Fun little slip stitch pattern. We did a on-demand for this one, I believe.
And that was one skein
Yep.
of Smooshy Cashmere.
It's like mermaid shoes, looks like.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
All right, you guys. That is all of the goodness that we have for you today, because really, I apparently need to go learn how to talk again. So I will see you guys all again on Tuesday. Have an amazing weekend. Bye.
See you later.